Hey y'all, welcome to Design to Get Dirty with the McRae Sisters. I'm Paige.
I'm Kelly. Dog. Every time. We're the McRae Sisters.
I'm not good at the intro part.
What?
Someone else needs to intro us.
We could do a new intro. That would be cool if we had someone just comes to introduce us. We're like, all right, you can go.
Free of charge.
Free of charge.
Today, I blame King of the Hammers because I think I lost about 3/4 of my brain cells.
Yeah.
And I'm still recovering.
Someone took this cap off, man. It'd be just a bunch of scrambled eggs.
Just dumped them out.
Yeah, man.
We just got back from King of the Hammers a couple days ago, and
as always, 'twas a rowdy time.
This
a good time.
Event, you literally can't explain it to people.
It's just insane.
Trying to explain this event to people, no one believes it. We literally two of our friends went for the first time this year, and we talked to them on our way home, and they were like, no amount of stories could do this event justice.
Yeah, and the stories sound made up, but they're not.
Dude, you're like, okay, so...
If anything, I'm not doing the stories justice. I'm like, I don't know how to describe what I saw with my eyeballs that night.
You're like, okay, picture this. We're in a canyon.
Sure.
There's fires everywhere.
Boulders,
cars driving up said boulders.
Right.
People are getting in fights.
There's
other people dancing, aka us.
Right. There's love, there's hate, there's party, there's dancing. Fireworks.
There's 3 men on top of a vehicle,
grinding
shirts
on each
off.
Other. I've never seen men touch each other like that. And it wasn't not cool. Do you boys? Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely got people going.
Sure.
So we didn't officially work this event. We didn't set up a booth. It's a 3-week long event, and it's just the 2 of us, and we would need so much manpower and just resources,
caffeine
to vend there for 3 weeks straight and have we would need a trailer situation for our booth to be able to put all of our stuff in at night, and then we'd also need somewhere to sleep, and
it's just
and then a car to get back and forth, and it's just so much, and especially just for the 2 of us. And I know there's so many fabulous friends who would offer to help for days here and there, but it's a lot. And honestly, I don't know, I'm the business will always come first, but there's a part of me that's man, we have so much fun at this event, just
I like being not responsible,
hanging out. Yeah, then I'm I don't know if we'll ever vend at it. We could just
keep working with KMC every year. That would be just fine with us. Shout out to KMC, man. We love you guys.
Yeah.
Nicky Poo.
Oh, little Nick.
We miss you.
I think one thing that I did want to touch on, but this kind of goes back to how we were saying that we weren't vending at King of the Hammers, and I feel like as a business owner, I had some anxiety around that of being at an off-road event and just in the moment feeling should we be doing more while we're here, and I think that's one of the hard things about starting a business in the industry that you love, that is your lifestyle, because it's
or
your hobby, because we balance giving ourselves a break and having a good time and just enjoying our time and our friends and hanging out. But also, we are a small business and we want to do everything that we can to grow and get our name out there. And it's okay, logistically we wouldn't have been able to set up this year for all the reasons that we already mentioned, but could we have been doing more? And should we have been utilizing that time to do photo shoots with some of our newer apparel? And should we have been filming more? And I don't know, I feel just there were a lot of times where I woke up with anxiety and was dang, should we be doing something different with our time while we're here? And we're so used to going to these events and working, and so I think part of it was just that weird feeling of
this has been the first event we went to and not had to of course we were working with KMC one up, but we had a lot of downtime outside of that, and we're are we allowed to enjoy this time?
Yeah. Should we be doing something like while we're out in the desert with our bikes and like, you know, but I think because we were obviously talking about it while we were there because was something that I really wanted to work through so that it didn't ruin my time. And you made a really good point that, you know, a lot of McRae is our lifestyle and us just living and hanging, like
doing our thing.
And so if we tried to force these like work opportunities when it doesn't feel right or it wasn't planned, like that wouldn't be authentic to who we are and our brand, because that's not us. Like
we work well when things are happening organically. I think that's when we're the most on. That's when we feel like we're getting the best content. And for anyone, I'm sure there's so many people who are content creators or work for businesses and can relate to like trying to force content and it's just not happening, but you feel like you have to be making it. Or like even things with business, you feel like it's just being forced and you honestly feel like you're making it worse.
Yeah.
And we don't want to create that environment for ourselves, but even when we have employees, like there's going to be things you don't want to do that you have to do in a business, but there's still like if something is just so forced and for example, usually we'll start getting into fights.
I literally was about to say, we will start fighting, and I feel like that's now that we've been doing this for almost 5 years, that's when I know
like we need to stop and take a second. Like it's just not working because we have our things, but normally we can communicate really well if one of us is irritated. When we stop having the words when you can tell we're just frustrated. We're like, this is just not working. I was thinking of fucking parking the motorhome.
Oh my god.
We literally...
Okay, so we were parking the motorhome.
We joked that we sound like a married couple. That was the epitome of we are a married couple.
This is when, so we were talking about getting mics,
Hard lemonade.
What?
Marks.
Oh, Mike's hard lemonade.
I just said Marks.
Marks.
Well, we talking Mike.
Well,
we
Marks.
Mac,
Marks is the Temu version. It's no. We're about portable mics, like the little ones that we like clip on, because this is the opportunity. This is the moment when we would have needed those mics because we pulled up to camp and we parked the motorhome and we're just off center.
The front end is just constantly lower no matter where we're just...
No, the front end was higher because we had to dig the holes to drop it down.
Oh, right.
And so the front end was higher.
Right.
And we were scooting back and forth.
Just literally going like this many times, and I'm like, it's still the same. It's still the same. But But I didn't know if Paige was like done moving, and she's like, well, is it better now?
So from my perspective, I'm like driving, so I like scoot forward, and then I look at Kelly because she's looking at the level, and I look at her, and she's just staring at it, and I'm like waiting for her to tell me, like, and I'm like, well, is it level yet?
Well, normally people are like, move, and I'm like, how about now? But you don't say anything, you just...
But as I looked at you...
I was watching the level. I was keeping my eye on the prize.
And then we
started to lose our minds at each other. Paige is like, I'm not frustrated with you, but like you're not doing, and now it's not aligned, and I'm like, I'm not frustrated with you, but the holes are not, I don't know what to tell you. The holes are not holing.
Well, so then we like dug holes. I don't
No shovel.
We forgot the shovel, so we were using the
I don't know what you call
the platform, the ramps.
Yeah, the things that you like drive up on to like level out the motorhome.
We were using those to dig the holes.
Yeah, and we're just staring at each other like
and there's like prickly cactus weeds everywhere.
Yeah.
And so we're just digging these holes. I don't know what you did. One of us dug our hole too far in.
This is what was happening. My hole was great.
My hole was great.
See, this is what was happening. Tension was so high. I don't know if tension's been that high between us in a long time. And I was like, finally, we're obviously upset that we can't get this thing level. We just gotta get a level and everything will be fine.
We'd like dug the hole, drive into him. Kelly would just put a water bottle down and it would roll back. She's like, water bottle says we're still even. I'm like, well, I don't know what to do anymore.
Yeah, so... anyways, normally we can communicate better than that, but if we stop being able to communicate, that's when we take a step back and we're like, this is just not gonna be what we want it to be, and it does translate to the audience. Like if something's not organic and it's forced, I feel like that's when things start to be quote unquote cringy or like feel just like fake, or I don't know. But when things are just like, you can tell that that person's being authentic to them, it might not be your cup of tea, you might not like,
but you can tell that the content and that like,
aligns with them, and you're like, respect, it's not my thing. Or maybe you're a butthead and you comment naughty things on it or bad things. If you don't like a video, just swipe up. Stop writing things.
Yeah,
say it to my face, you little noodle.
We had a gal popping off in the comment section of one of our videos, and I was like, can you just not? To me, I just don't understand.
I could
never. Like, if I don't like something, I'm just gonna keep scrolling.
And come into my room and talk trash about it to me.
Yeah, like I'll talk to my sister. I'll talk shit to my sister. But like, and even sometimes we disagree. Where she's like, "Oh, really? I really liked that." I'm like, "Okay, we're just different." But to me, like, I
really have a bone to pick with a brand. Like, if I really think, or like with a person, whatever. Which I don't know if I've ever felt this way. I would write them the DM. I write it personally to them, like, hey, I saw this and this is maybe what I felt. Like, I just can't imagine publicly writing a comment that's just like bashing a brand or a person.
Because it doesn't align with you specifically.
Yeah.
And also we were like, then you do it. If you have a problem with who we are and what we're doing, start your own thing. Yeah. That's cool.
And we love that for you.
We support it.
Yeah, ask us questions, honestly. Well, not that you're now mean, but if prior to you being mean, if you're like, hey, no one's making this, I noticed like, you're not making it, I'm gonna do it. Honestly, sure.
Great.
I'll tell you, I'll help you out. We'll help you out.
Yeah.
But now that you've been a butthole, no.
We're not gonna help you.
Yeah.
But I just can't.
We're already, things are so hard. I mean, honestly, it doesn't affect us. Like, at the end of the day, it don't really. You can write whatever. An engagement is an engagement. So thanks for the comment. And then people were commenting on that comment. I was like, yeah, great. This is working well for us.
People were supporting. Because
even if people are not, at the end, you're like, sometimes bad publicity. I'm like, yeah, we just need comments and likes. We need eyes on that video right now.
Because we know, and like we responded very nicely. And that's because that's who we are.
Right.
And we're not going...
Also, like, we both talked about it because we're like, how should we respond to this comment? We should respond to it.
Yeah, and like, what's the right way? Like, we obviously, this person is upset and has a lot of hurt in their heart.
It's actually not about us. We're just like she's like, oh, here it is again. I'm going to write something about it. Like, you don't even know us. I mean...
And so we were like, hey, we want to address this and acknowledge, like, we understand why you're frustrated because we felt that way too.
Right.
And we started our own thing. But also, like, please remember that we're just two people doing the best that we can with what we have, and we don't have the financial resources to make everything for everyone right now.
But we will. We keep getting support, man.
Yeah, like, and like we want.
Just give us a sec.
Like, yo, I know 5 years seems like a lot to a lot of people, but in small business world, it's nothing.
It's like dog years.
We're still like, well, but the reverse. We're in
cat that has only like 4 lives left. Like, please. That's what I'm saying. Like, honestly, reading that comment, the one part that it's not, again, it doesn't really affect us, but when you do read it off the bat, my initial reaction was like, dude, do you know how much we've been through? Like, how hard we're trying to do something good, like a positive impact on the industry for women, and to get something that's hurtful that we're like basically not doing enough. I'm like,
or we're not doing what we say that we're doing. To me, I'm like, yeah, I'm not offended in the sense of like, I don't know this person, they don't know me.
I'm not thinking about it that way.
I'm not thinking about it, and I do feel like it's a projection of their own hurt.
Yeah, we feel for for you feeling that.
But
also, it is terrible.
But also, I'm like, hey, please acknowledge that like we're two people too with feelings, and like we do take it. I take it personally if like we've gotten, people have commented about sizing, and we've talked about this on other episodes of like sizing, and when people get really, really mean and like make it personal, because we've gotten like angry voicemails from customers or like reviews or emails, and I'm like, about things that can easily be fixed, about things that are like, hey, we're willing to help you.
Like, would you like to return your item for a different size?
Return it or exchange it, or like, if there's a hole in it, like, hey, yeah, sorry, if we knew there was a hole in it, we wouldn't have shipped it to you. Like, we'll get that fixed. We're not trying to send out shitty product.
Right.
And so I'm like, just remember that you're talking to two people that
like,
care a lot. Like, we care a lot about our brand and about the quality of the products that we put out, and we care a lot about like what we're doing and the impact that we're making in the industry. And it's not like we're out here just willy-nilly like selling Temu shirts like for 300% markup price. Like, we genuinely are creating stuff that we care about, and it
about people and industry we care about.
Yeah, and like seeing women and girls. We
got a really beautiful message today from a girl who DM'd us saying that she saw our brand and thinks it's wonderful and loves what we're doing. And that's, for anyone who's ever sent us a message like that, because we've gotten a handful, it means the world to us, because it is a labor
plug.
love.
If you feel inclined to write us a little DM, a review, email, make our day, that would be nice.
If you were in sorority, used to write pandas, which were like little love notes to each other. They make our day, because all of this is for you. I mean, we couldn't start a company if we only made stuff for ourselves. Like, of course, it's partly a selfish need, because we like the stuff we make.
It's stuff that we like, and
like stuff we do, but we don't have any of this without you. Like, we're trying to make products for...
Like, if I was only making stuff for me, it would be all leopard print, camo, black and gold.
There would just be like 5 options.
There'd be 5 options.
Because you're like, I don't really need any more.
5 options of animal print, and that's it. So, the rest of the stuff is for you guys.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm like... We're saying, like, it doesn't bother us, and then we're sitting here, like,
Well, that's the hard part. Like, at the end of the day, we're still going to do what we do. We know that we're making a positive impact. Like, we're not going to bed at night thinking about those things. Sometimes, though, like, there's definitely been emails where I'm like, I go to bed, I'm like, God, that was rough. But we would not be human if we didn't admit that it's upsetting. And it's, as we get bigger, it's only become more so. I know people said that, like, just be prepared. There's going to be people that write really awful things and, like, say terrible things about your brand. But, so it's like, we're prepared. Like, we know it's going to happen. And I think we handle it well for the most part. We don't sweat it too hard. But I can't deny the human in us is like, dang. Like,
because I would never, again.
And we would
never. If I saw a video that I didn't think was funny, I would never comment on it, something mean. I would never tell people, like, I wouldn't. I would just keep scrolling, because I'm like, I don't care. Hey, Bill, what's going on?
Yeah, we gotta throw love into the world, man. And, like, if you have nothing nice to say, don't say it at all. That's what Mama always said, It's a pretty good rule.
And that's why they call us the McHoneys.
That's why they call us the McHoneys.
Because we're sweet. Because we're sweet like honey.
That's what we like to think. But, Darlita Tarpey started calling us the McHoneys when he first met us.
Because we honeys.
We're little honeys. And it really just stuck. So, and now we're trying to collect more McHoneys.
Yeah.
The McHoneys of the moto industry. And McHoneys are nice people. They're sweet like honey.
Yeah, no.
And y'all badass and hot, too.
No mean honey. We'll take a couple spicy honeys.
Spicy honey, okay.
But not mean. We
Sassy.
top it at jalapeno honey. If you become ghost pepper honey, you out.
You're out. Yeah.
But we're like, okay, not that we're putting ourselves on the same level as Taylor Swift, but...
Sure. No one could.
No one could. But you know how she has her Swifties.
And the Gray sisters have their McHoneys.
So...
If you want to be a McHoney, we welcome all. Sweet, spicy, but you mean girls, or boys, or whoever.
Get out. Anyway. So
also I want to retract my statement. We made a comment that Riley Green could be a little more jazzy, and he listened. He took into consideration. He heard the episode and was like, you know what, you're right. Last few videos,
I'm a little too vanilla.
He's been spicy honey.
He's been funny.
Yeah, and I'm like, good thing we said something, because what would he have done without that constructive criticism? And he just had too much potential. He's too hot. He's talented. I was like, you can't just be riding on that. You got to have a little spice. And look at him now.
Making funny ass content.
Yeah, you're
all thanks to us.
And now he's got Megan Maroney because of it. Like, she's funny.
She is funny.
Her TikTok is top tier.
She is the definition. Again, I'm sure she's human. She has feelings.
We don't know her at all.
But it seems like she puts content out there that she's like, I think this is funny.
Yeah.
And or like, this is me. Take it or leave it.
Right. Thoroughly enjoy her and her music.
Yeah.
10 out of 10.
Yeah.
So anyways, Riley, baby, sorry. Yeah, I just think
we apologize. We take it back.
we hope you know it was supposed to be helpful. And look, it is, because now you got a girlfriend. And you're welcome from the McCoys. And if things don't work out with Megan, Paige will be waiting patiently.
Now that we know you're funny,
Yeah.
I'll give you another chance.
All right, slide into my DMs.
Fine.
Yeah.
Fine. No, I'm Morgan Wallen.
Oh, yeah.
I think our energy.
Now, Morgan.
Morgan.
Now, you're funny.
You missed it. Oh, shit.
Now, Morgan, if you'd like to be a part of the McHoneys,
Well,
send us an application.
We'll consider letting you be an ambassador.
An ambassador. Well, if you want to write us a song, no problem. We'll sign the rights. I'm thinking it's called New McHoneys. There's 2 McHoneys, but I only want one. She's the blonde
Blonde
one.
with big boobs and a whole lot of fun.
Take her dorky sister on the side. And then I'm playing fucking fiddle in the back.
I don't know. Our song is a little slow for the fiddle.
Well, no, that's just the beginning. Kind of like starts.
Oh, it starts out like
side.
dun, dun. I got 2 McHoneys,
but I only want one. This Morgan, you heard that? What's it called when you like send a track into a record? Like, it's like
Your
a demo. It's just the demo. Tennessee, we're coming for you.
Bro,
We're playing in Nashville.
Now, you could write an absolute banger with that.
No, absolutely. No.
Oh my
Also, there is a deal. You have to sign 2 demos because I wrote a really good song about Juju Bear. Charlie Boo Boo has a great song.
So if anyone doesn't know, are you going to sing it?
Oh. How's it go again? I need my sheet music in front of me.
Oh, I don't remember. You were the one that made that one up.
She's a crazy girl with crazy dreams, running around in the breeze. She wants to taste a squirrel, maybe do a little twirl. That would just be the bee's knees. It's pretty good. That one was just on the whim. We write really good songs.
And it all started when I was in 4th grade. And I wrote a song. Mom still has the paper.
You wrote a song in 4th grade?
Yes.
Why are we living in this poor lifestyle if you're a songwriter?
Me and this girl, Emily Art, if you're listening.
Don't shout her out. Sorry. No, there's no one else.
Bleep it out.
Yeah, bleep it out.
Yeah, we wrote the song in 4th grade. That's what Mom always sings, the hold my hand and walk with me, baby.
Oh, I didn't know that's what it's from.
Hold my hand and take a trip, sweetie. There's just
God.
something I know about you. It's just something I think about you. Hold my hand and walk with me, baby.
Paige, why?
I wrote that song in 4th grade.
Why are we living this poor life? We could be rich.
Morgan, if you're listening, I'll give you the rights.
Speaking of authenticity, I think you need to follow your heart. You are a songwriter, baby girl.
Man, I can only pick one stressful career at a time.
It's hard when you're so good at so many different things.
See that dad that just rode by on his bike? Sorry, I know we said we wouldn't talk about things.
Holla at you, girl.
I know we said we wouldn't talk about things that go by the house anymore, but watch, he's gonna come by.
Dude, when he drives by again.
Wait, watch. Why is he taking so long?
Slow walker.
It's a cold. No, he's on a bike.
Oh, slow
So
walker.
Kelly and I said that we were gonna start rating. We were gonna do an episode where we rate famous people. Oh.
Now, hello, sir. Howdy. We rate men by our level of bark.
So like.
That's like the 10 out of 10.
That's the Riley.
If I start howling at the moon naked,
that's naked.
Riley Green just walked by.
You start howling and your clothes just immediately fall off.
I'm like the Hulk and the Wolverine movie. But then
Hulk
it's like
and Jacob from Twilight come together.
I
And then
can't
like
decide like where the Chihuahua growl fits in. I feel like maybe if it's like a short king.
and then like
oof. You just remove the W from woof and it becomes a 2 out of 10.
5 out of 10, woof. 2 out of 10, oof. Fake out.
Lemon darling.
Oh, that's yeah, they hurt.
Look, everyone is beautiful in their own way. That we talked about that in our other episode. You just gotta have jazz, man. Or play jazz.
Or play jazz. Gets people going.
Yeah, everyone likes an instrument. Not 35. We could park it there.
Skirt.
I'll see you guys later. Bye, bitch.
Bye, bitch.